You've likely clicked on this video because in short, you want to get rich and you want to make money online. You want the time, location, and financial freedom you are seeing everyone online achieving, but you don't know where to start. And you've heard high ticket closing could be a good opportunity for you to achieve those things, but you don't actually know what it is. And over the next 10 minutes, I intend to change that. So pay attention, because I'm going to explain exactly what a high ticket closer is, so you can see if it is a good option for you. In short, a high ticket closer is a buzzword for a sales rep, a closer, or a remote sales rep. They're all the same thing. And essentially what you are is you're a glorified sales rep. You work for an online business within their sales team and you take inbound sales calls. And your job is quite simply to close those sales calls into paying clients. And the reason I say glorified sales rep is because your earning potential is exponentially higher than your standard day-to-day sales job. And this is simply because the products and services you are selling are much more expensive, and the businesses you are working for operate on much higher profit margins, meaning you can take home significantly more for every sale you make. For example, if you were to sell a car, even though the price point's in the thousands, the tens of thousands, when you factor in all the costs it takes to produce that car, the business is left with a very, very small profit. And as a result, the business can't pay the sales rep who sold the car very much in commission. And with high ticket sales, it's the opposite. The profit margins on these online businesses are extremely high, and therefore it leaves a lot more room for the salesperson to make money. And as more and more of our lives have transpired online, with the advancement of technology and black swan events like COVID, the high ticket online business space has absolutely blown up. And the businesses that sell these high ticket offers include marketing agencies, softwares, education companies, or really any online business that sells digital products or services. This can be business coaches, fitness coaches, dating and relationship coaches, marketing agencies, SaaS companies, consultancy companies. The list really does go on. And these businesses sell online products ranging from 3,000 up to 30,000 and sometimes even more. And just to give you some insight, according to Forbes, the online education industry, which is just one vertical in which you can sell for, is set to quadruple in size by 2025, meaning the industry will be worth a staggering $404 billion about a year from now, from when you're watching this video. And as a result, there's never been a more high demand for high ticket closers. These high ticket business owners desperately need skilled salespeople to guide people who are interested in their product or services into making a purchasing decision. Because this is unlike many of the online businesses I'm sure you're familiar with, like Amazon, where people can just directly buy a product from their website. People who are interested in these high ticket offers and are about to spend thousands, they want to speak to a real human being first. They may have questions, concerns, and objections that need to be handled before they pull out their credit card and buy. Which brings me to the dilemma that all these business owners face. They can't possibly talk to every single person that shows an interest in their product or service, which is exactly what your job as a closer is. You don't have to worry about the marketing, the service delivery, client management, or anything else in the business for that matter. Your one and only job is to hop on a few Zoom calls a day with interested prospects, answer their questions, alleviate their concerns, and make sure they're a good fit for the product or service. And if they are, you simply collect payment over the phone, onboard them onto the product, and collect your commission. And as a commission, you simply get paid a percentage of every single sale you're able to close. And standard commission within the industry is between 10 to 20%. So if we were to break down these numbers, let's say you're selling a 5K product and you're making 10% commission. Due to the nature of these online businesses and the marketing they have in place, it will vary, but let's say you're getting between 3 to 5 calls booked into your calendar every single day, and let's say you take weekends off, which means you're going to be taking between 60 to 100 sales calls per month. And let's say you close just 20% of those sales calls, which is a pretty low close rate. That's still going to be 20 sales in a month. And with 10% commission on a 5K product, you'll be making 500 for every single sale you're able to make. So if you were to close 20 sales in a month, you'd be making 10K in commission. Now, obviously, when you break down the numbers, it sounds super easy, when in reality, you do have to learn the skill and be genuinely good at it in order to make it work and in order to close sales. but it's very, very possible. And the thing about high ticket sales is, it's not easy, as nothing that is worth your time in life is, but it's way simpler than any other route you could take to make money online. It allows you to focus on one high value, in-demand skill that you can leverage to get rich. Whereas other online businesses, you need to learn a whole variety of skills in order to make them work. Sales, marketing, lead generation, service delivery, accounting, recruiting, ads, funnels, supply chain management, hiring, human resources, client management, web design. Whereas with high ticket closing, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. You just have to worry about the most important skill of the bunch, because that's what sales is. It's the most important skill in business. And if you don't know how to sell, how can you expect to build a business anyway? The short answer is, you can't. Because sales is the key action that needs to happen in order for any business to make money. It's the point where the actual value exchange happens. And by mastering sales first and using it to start your business later, you'll be light years ahead of the guys that didn't take the time to master the skill. Think of it this way. If you want to scale your income to 10K plus a month online, like everybody else, building an entire business on your own with no experience is like building a car from scratch with no experience. You've got to put it all together and assemble all the pieces that are needed in order to make it run. And then you can get in the car and start driving it to your destination. Whereas with high ticket sales, you're simply jumping in someone else's car that is fully functional and going along for the ride. It's a shortcut to reaching your end goal infinitely faster. It's the equivalent of building your own go-kart versus jumping in a Ferrari. Because once you've been in a Ferrari that already runs super well on its own, you'll get the optics on how it all works, from the drive shaft to the engine, and see all the moving parts and how they work in order to get it run so efficiently. So when you decide in the future that you want to build your own, you'll have a way better understanding of how to do so. So to put it simply, high ticket closing is the best option for you to enter the online space. Secure remote freedom and crack your first 6 figures without the added complexity or stress that comes with running a whole business. And in my coaching program, Club Closer, I've shown over 150 guys exactly how to do this within the last year. Like Matthias, who went from living on welfare with 0 previous sales experience to making over 20K a month as a high ticket closer. You can see him in my last video where I went to visit him in his new house. Or Sean, who was able to transition out of his 9-to-5 job and go fully remote and start hitting 25K a month. You can also see my student interview with him on my channel too. Or Sam, who is able to go from 0 trying to grow his own marketing agency to 20K a month having never sold anything before. You could find interviews with all 3 on my YouTube channel too, and that's just naming a few. So if you want to learn more about how you can leverage the most in-demand and high-value skill in business in 2024 and crack that magic 10K a month number, check out the links in the description to my website, to my Instagram, and make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel where you can find a bunch of other testimonials and interviews along with all the other sales content you need in order to become a high ticket closer in 2024.